This has to do with the meeting of fire, the positive, the father, meeting with the element of air, the masculine, the sun, and the feminine, the water, the mother. Okay? Now, these three elements are meeting up for this expansion. This has to do with Aries season, and we also know that this is healing with the inner child. Aries being the baby of the zodiac, and that's healing with our impulses. Okay, so we're going to heal with our impulses at a whole new level to the core with the masculine, with the energy. And I want you guys to see, we are having an enlightened metamorphosis. Now, as Aries season, and we had our Aries new moon, meets up with our full moon in Libra, we are cleansing the element of air at a deeper level. And I want you to see, we're literally cleansing it, okay, to restore balance. We're activating with the mother, with the element of water, because we have our conjunction with Jupiter, the planet of luck, expansion, and truth. And that's because truth is on our side. We've activated with truth here and authenticity. Neptune, the planet of fantasy, illusion, and dreams. And this conjunction is in Pisces. Now, what's spectacular about this is Jupiter was formerly working with Pisces, and now Jupiter is working with Neptune. And the two fish are coming together. And I received a vision of the other fish coming to meet up with the other fish, and we're going to share that at the time of the full moon. I've been called to hold off on that vision until then, and we will discuss that because it has to do what's happening with this conjunction between Jupiter and Neptune. And this is a very special conjunction, everyone, okay? Very special. And this has to do with our purpose, our path, the masculine. We're using our energy and creating with our purpose to go home. And this is connected to our divine blueprint within. So we've been activated within to without. And we're seeing something very clearly here. Very clearly. We're not in idleness, so we're in movement. We're in a time of movement now, okay? We're going to use these wings and we're going to go somewhere. And it has to do with our visions. Our visions have been activated. Now here I want you to see is the womb. And this is being able to activate with Pisces. Pisces is creating with sacral energy and expanding with the womb. I want you to see, there it is. Okay, right there. There's the womb. And here's the womb right here. So we're about to birth. We're about to expand with the feminine and masculine. And this has to do with fertility and the cosmic flower. We're going to get to that within a second. So we've activated seed energy because this is about fertility and growth here with the King of Wands. We're audacious. We're no longer reckless with life. And this has to do with applying the 13 spheres of knowledge here with the Princess of Wands to the womb and expanding from the womb of creation. And this is where we heal from the devil energies at a whole new level. And we birth anew with the child. We're no longer distracted because this, this artificial hack has got us distracted with the element of air. Okay, and I want you to see the child is connected to air. We're no longer distracted. We've activated our possibilities, and we have that butterfly with us. Spirit, that white rose of purification, and that cat is going to push us into the unknown. But we don't even care because we're not distracted. We are creating with our possibilities. And this has restored our passions. We've healed from frenzied energy, because when we're in a frenzied energy, the devil can still steal our energy, siphon our energy from us. But no more. We're in protection. That cat is here to show us that we are protecting our energy with our passions, because we've healed with our sacral chakra. Thank you to the Queen of Cups. She allowed us to see the truth and to heal with our sexual energy. And we need our sexual energy right now. Because remember, this is about fertility and the cosmic flower. Here within the Hermit, this is where we're getting fertilized, okay? This is sperm. We have the cosmic egg, okay? Now, there's symbolism for the cosmic egg of transformation. We know that we're going to expand with the cosmic flower, okay? And that's because the universe has become our partner. The universe has become our partner. If you want to get deeper into this, those readings will be linked down below. They're the last readings on our channel. And the one message is literally called fertility. The universe has become our partner, the cosmic flower, okay? So we know we're working with the masculine to heal from the chaos of the devil energies. But we need to know this chaos. It's part of the transformation. It's part of the energy of the opposites coming here to create the whole and transform it. Remember, we're going to transform it. This is about transcendence. This is about becoming crystalline. This has to do with purification. What happens when we become crystalline? We're going to go very pure right now, guys. We're going to go very pure. And right now, we're doing that with our love. We're healing. We've been healing from the lust templates in order to heal from sexual repression and have a healthy sense of sexual expression. And look, this is the sweet nectars of life here, and there's the honeycomb. And the bees take the negative and create the sweet nectars of life. That is part of the transformation and the transcendence, the purification. We're going to purify with our love. And we've activated our heart chakra here. And it has something to do with Aries season and flamingo spirit, embrace the in-between. Now, we will be getting a message on what this means, and I want you to see we are in between right here. I was healing from this cold, and I got called to go onto Netflix, which is what I do. I heal when I get called to rest, and many of the times it's, there's a message for me within a song or a movie or a show. And sometimes it's from another person, and sometimes I just receive it, in the dark when I'm resting within myself. I really work hard to keep the balance. And as I was watching Netflix, the movie The In-Between came on. Now, guys, if you haven't seen it and you feel called to, check it out. It's a love story. And this movie allowed me to heal from being in separation from my loved one. And it just allowed me to heal from separation and abandonment issues that I've had within my life, and just saying goodbye to love. I don't even want to necessarily throw in the word abandonment here, because it really allowed me to heal with the end to have a beginning. And if you've ever had a broken heart and lost someone, this movie is beautiful, and I cried like a baby. Okay, so there's something to do with the in-between, because then I got this message 3 times, a total of 3 times. The movie, this card showed up out of the blue, and another card. They said, go to your box, and I have a box of cards that I keep, and I was getting the rest of this deck, okay, and another card showed up. We're going to talk about that in a minute. So, we're going to expand with the Ace of Cups, and we are the well. This is with self. This has to do with self-love patterns. This has to do with getting well, guys. We're getting well. And the Six of Pentacles. Understanding what it means to be a spirit person, a rainbow warrior. And guys, I'm sure many of you have heard this, you know, the activation of the rainbow warriors. When the earth is ravaged and life is dying, the rainbow warriors will appear, and we are appearing. And this has to do with healing with the masculine right now, healing with force. Something is happening in the in-between, okay? Something is happening in the in-between, and we're going to get an activation as to what that is, and it's happening in between us. And it has to do with what's happening in the center of our path, okay? Something is happening in the center, in the in-between. Now, it has to do with our reflections, reflect upon life experience, and this is the labyrinth of the mind, and look at what's within the mind, okay? Remember, this has to do with fertility. Here we go. This King of Wands is activating within. And the labyrinth of the mind, and the center of the labyrinth of the mind, is connected to the center of our heart. And we're activating to the core. And we've been talking about this for some time, but this is a completion of this activation. And there will be a grand completion of it at the time of the full moon. Remember, this is just a new level. We're always going to be continually expanding until we cross over. So enough things have been reflected back to us within our path that we are getting to the center of this maze. And it has to do with our heart chakra and love. We've activated our heart chakra, our sacral chakra, our creativity. And remember, we talked about this right here. You have to heal with this. It's part of this activation, okay? And our root chakra, and we received this message as well last time we met up. We were working with our root. It's part of our holistic healing. We've activated holistic health. And what this is going to do is allow us to expand with the soul star, and we're going to do soul healing. So we know we're working with our root. Red, safety, strength, and power. It's part of this transformation, okay? And we're going to work with creation, with the expansion of our life. And we talked about this when we with these first cards here. What we're doing to expand here, okay? And this has to do with our story. We are in charge of our energy. We are the co-creators of our worlds, of the new world we're building, guys. We're building right now. So pick up your pen. Open your book. It's our time. And we're healing from the Five of Swords. Remember, this has to do with clearing up this artificial hack of this artificial matrix that we're working with in the mind right now. Remember, we just saw the labyrinth of the mind. Okay, we're not attacking ourselves within the mind anymore. We're setting ourselves free here in the Seven of Swords. We're doing inner child healing. This is what's been illuminated. The healing of the inner child, trauma, patterning, to shift and heal with the inner child to go from point A to point B. Okay? That's where we're going to use the masculine. Remember, this is about forward movement. We're not idle anymore, guys. We're shifting. We're in the process of shifting right now. And this is activating the Page of Swords. We're going to activate with our truths. From what was illuminated here when we did inner child healing. And it was, remember, this is the feminine. Our subconscious is illuminating this and allowing this to heal so we can move forward and create this. Okay? This is the shift. And we're going to go from the Page of Swords to the Nine of Pentacles. And look at, we're going to shift right through that portal, right through the vortex, right through that gateway. We're going to be a whole other person on the side, on the other side of this portal. And this is thanks to working with the Empress. Look at how tired, but guys, I want you to see, this is how tired we're going to be by the time we shift through here. We're going to need to have a rest within the flowers, within nature. This is our rejuvenation time right here. This is our rejuvenation because we've been doing all this healing with the patterns of lust. And I want you to look at that lion here. That lion, look at that lion is owned. It's owned, and this lion came here to be free. That's the lion's birthright. So the patterns of lust are allowing this lion to be bonded, but we're going to heal from that through destruction and creation, and understand these patterns are connected. The patterns of healing are connected to the patterns of lust through the center point. So we're accessing through the center point. So the patterns, we're going to go from lust to love. And that's what we've been doing. We've been in the process of this for some time, but we're doing this at a whole new level. Okay? It's transformation time. And this has to do with the balancing of our karmic scales, because remember, this is the time we're in. And healing from these patterns of lust is part of the balancing of our karmic scales and the creation of this through the center point with our heart chakra. This is this. And it's all this purification work we've been doing. This has to do with our dependability. This is connected to dependability. And this purification work we've been doing has allowed us to amp up our receptivity. Because remember, this has to do with the element of air. So we need to be receptive, but also our heart. Because part of receiving this is clearing the mind, but it's working with the heart, our intuition, and being open to receive it. So we're in a time of manifestation with the masculine, because we heal with the masculine to a deeper level, to the core. And it's activating, remember, a new level of self, but now it's with the wands. This is the Page of Wands, and we've honored our uniqueness here. All right? So we're going to expand with Gaia and the earth. Look, remember, she's pregnant. This is about fertility. We're going to birth the future, build the future through the present moment. As we heal from the past, and we're going to heal from history here. We're going to clear it up. And we're going to heal history through the present moment. As we build the future, we heal from the past. We heal from history as we build the future with what we are birthing. And guys, it's connected to the in-between. There's hectate. So this is another activation card. And the message here is we are very close to achieving our goals, but we need to work through our fears. More transformation, guys. We're facing our fears at a whole new level. And it has to do with this inner child healing. And this is working with Cancer. We need to work with our emotions here, okay? Remember, we saw we're healing with the inner child. So there's a remembrance here. And this remembrance allows us to work with our untapped energy within our Kundalini and activate our Merkaba at a whole new level. And the frequency of the Merkaba supports our ability to use our consciousness to traverse into other layers of reality and dimensions. It activates our access to our Akashic records inheritance, as well as merging the totality of our experiences into our present to serve our highest purpose. And this is about our highest purpose as part of our pathway home. And this is activating synergy. Okay? The frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that the new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. And here it is, fertility. The frequency of fertility invites us to be more open, more courageous, more creative, more joyful than we were before. It activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new and grander expression of ourselves. And that's what we're doing. And we know we got the cosmic blueprints. And the cosmic blueprints, we got all these cards in our last reading, was connected to the cosmic flower. And look, the music just stopped there. The universe was speaking to us, guys. The frequency of the cosmic flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home, the core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. And what is this all about? This is all about going home. But remember, we had to have a remembrance. We're not idle anymore, right? We're shifting. We're going home. And this is activating our abundance with the root chakra. But something is happening right now in the in-between, guys. Let's go to the next part. Let's see what this is. I'm excited. I'll meet you there.